everybody, this is St-Pierre, Physikinaction. Welcome. Today you're on day 1, lower bodies with dumbbell. So basically what we're going to do today is we're going to do 15 reps of almost everything except for the abs at the very end, which you're going to go for a maximum rep. I will explain to you how you can do this with just 5 pounds and then how to modify it to make it a little bit harder. There's always a couple choices in there. I want you to be comfortable. Now if you have any knee problems, make sure that you let me know. Send me an email so I know exactly what's going on, so I can tell you kind of modifying. You'll see that lunges are not probably the best exercise if you have knee problems, although the one I'm using, which is more like a split squat, you might be able to get around with. You'll have to try it. So let me know. So if you have knee problems, take it easy. Everybody else should be able to do this workout. Are you ready? Let's get going. For our first exercise, we're going to have a squat. Now, you've seen squats before, and I'm going to explain them so you do them well, so that you don't injure yourself. Now, with the weights, you might find it actually a little bit easier because it kind of puts you into the right spot. The way that I have explained it in other videos, in case this is your first time with me, is as if you wanted to sit in a porta potty. We definitely don't want to touch the seat. Okay, so if we don't want to touch the seat, what we need to do is we need to bring your bum back. So you're going to be leaning, okay? Now if I'm leaning like this, I'm not going to be touching, okay, the seat. And you see where my knees are? They're not going over my toe. I'm trying to have my body upright. So if you have the weights, you will have them near your knees. You can go down as far as you need to. You can stop here if you need to. That will be a question of where your knees are capable of going and where your thighs are capable of going. Now you can have the weights here. All I want to make sure is that you're not like this. This is not a good thing. This puts a lot of pressure on your knees. When your knees are above your toes, you're putting a lot of pressure on your knees. So bum back. You don't want to pee in your pants. You want to pee in the hole in the porta potty. Okay? Remember that? Okay. So level 1. Both are level 1, but what you want to do is either have your hands beside you or your hands above here. Now if you're leaning on yourself, you're not carrying the weight. You can have them like this, you can have them like that, you can have them like this. Really a question of how you want to be. If it's 5 pounds, you can deal with it. Now if you're going with heavier weights, you will have them behind you. This will help you to keep your balance. So you can follow along whichever way you want. We're going for 15. Are you ready? Here we go. All the way down, bum back. 1. Nice and slow. Pelvic tilt at the bottom. 2. 3. I'm exaggerating because I want you to do it. 6. 7. 8. Stay tall. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good job. I'll show you what it looks like just with the bigger weights in case you have a 20 hanging around. Assuming that's what you have, put them against your back. Now your body's going to stay straight up. Okay, it's going to keep you in the right spot. You can do this. Most people can do this. As long as you can lift it over your head, you'll be fine. And you're doing the same principle. Doops. Doops. Okay? As simple as that. Our next exercise is a split squat, or like a front lunge, but instead of moving back and forth, we're going to stay in the same position. I'm going to show you the easiest way of getting into position so that you're not awkward. So to get into position, I'm going to have you take a big step. And you're going to go down on one knee. You're not staying in that position. I just need you in that position so you know how to position yourself, okay? The knee that's under me, my right knee, is directly in a straight line with me. My foot is curled up behind me. Okay, if you want to be like that when you start, it's fine, but when you get up, you've got to be able and ready to stay in that position. Now, I'm the same width as my hips are. So the front leg is a 90 degree. So I got 90 degree, 90 degree. Now when I come up, If I move my feet, then it kind of defeats the purpose. So if you have any lines on the ground or anything that you can rely on, you can do so. So if you're coming up, you should be in exact right spot. Now a little trick, I'm going to show you. If your toe here is slightly inward, you will keep your balance a little. You're going to have a little bit of a twist going, but at least you have a balance, okay? If your feet are too close in line, let's say I'm in line, you'll always be pivoting and looking for your balance. So keep it wider, toes slightly in, body straight up. Now the weights, a little cue. Open, weight there, close, and my bum, okay? So by keeping the twist here, then it keeps my body straight. It keeps my shoulders open so I can keep facing the other way. If I do the other way around, I'm gonna be losing my balance, okay? I prefer it here. If you prefer it there, completely up to you. I find here is your better place. Are you ready? 15 of them, okay? Down and up. 2, 3, you don't need to touch the ground. 4, you want to stay tall. 5, 6, suck in your belly. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, if you're not quite sure, you can restart on the other side, same fashion, but if you know your distance, you just switch them, okay? For our next exercise, we're gonna have a side-to-side lunge. Now, keep it in one motion, so we're gonna be going from one side to the other. So it's gonna be 15 left and right, but not always on the same side, so it's alternation. I'm gonna use this one with the 5 pounds across my chest, elbows up, just because it keeps my body up straight. But I will show you how to do the motion so that it's done right. You're gonna take a wide step. You may have to readjust. Now it's not a side-to-side squat, so both legs are not bent. One's gonna be straight while the other is bent. My bum is gonna be in the corner of the room. So if I'm going to the right, my bum is going to the right wall. If I'm going to the left, my bum is going to the left corner, okay? So that's what we're trying to do here. So you're gonna start up nice and straight, wide feet, okay, get comfortable. And you're gonna go sort of back and over. You're trying to keep your body up, okay? See, my weight is not on my toe, it's on my heel. And then I come back up, straight up, same thing on the other side. I'm shifting, see what's going on? Dooks, okay? And my bum is in the corner over there, okay? So we're going for 15, up, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, and 15. Now, how do you have big weights? It is similar, but it's above, so that you have even the weight distributed. I've tried it on the sides, it works really bad. This is probably the best position you'll have. Same effect, you're behind and pushing back. So you're going down and up, down and up. For our next exercise, we're gonna have a sumo squat. For our next exercise, we're gonna have a calf raise, but we're gonna have a single calf raise. Now, 5 pounds may not be enough, so what you're gonna do, because you need the balance, we're gonna have both of them, both of the 5-pounders, in the same hand, okay? You're gonna use the other hand as support for your balance. One leg will be just above the other leg so that you can get a good workout of it. If you find it too much, then you can drop the one poundage. When you're doing both legs at the same time, we can do 3 different variations for your calf, but when we have only one leg, the variations really don't work well, so we're gonna just have it flat on, okay? So you're gonna come up your step, you're gonna have the wall for support, not back. You're gonna have it for support, you're gonna be really on the edge, because you wanna be able to use the full stepping. So, one leg comes behind you, one leg stays here, and what you're going to do is you're going to find your spot, because you might not be comfortable on the first spot. Go all the way down, and then all the way up, okay, for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to do the other side. Grasp your weights. You might have to switch them over wherever it feels comfortable in your hand. Now working in a wide or sumo, you know, and they go like a sumo. Ooh. Basically, they're working these guys. So we want those guys to be tight too, right? So we don't want it going on. We want nice and stiff, okay? 2, maybe 3 ways you can hold your weights. You could hold them on your hips so that when you go down, you have leverage. You could hold them in front of you. So your weight is in the center. As long as you stay straight, you'll be fine. Or you could have them above your shoulders like we had before. Really a question of comfort in your arms, okay? So we're going for 15 of these. I think I'm gonna have these puppies in the middle, okay? Are you ready? Easier like this if they're small enough. If you have bigger weights, then you can modify with that. Nice big step. Your toes and your knees will be going in the same direction. Now I'm saying this because depending on how your knees are, if they go towards the inside, I want your feet on the inside. I want them to follow the same angle. If you're good in a plie and have your toes out because you're used in ballet and your hips can open up that much, then I want you to be in that position. If it's middle, usually for stands is usually where you're gonna be, okay? Are you ready? 15. Here we go. 1, go down as far as you can by standing straight up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Our next exercise is a deadlift. It's a stiff leg deadlift. The reason I'm giving you this is to work hamstrings, butt, and low back. With weights, low back exercise if you don't have a bench or if you don't have a ball, things like that. It gets a little complicated finding something that's safe for your shoulders. This one here works really well, and I'm going to show modification for those that have a back issue, because we don't want your back doing all the work. We want it to be gentle, okay? So the first way is stiff back, stiff legs. Now, if you're not very flexible, you do your best. You can do it bent leg. I just don't find it does the same thing. It works a little bit more legs instead of the back, okay? So you can take a stand wherever you're comfortable. Your back is flat, 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 okay? Keep going up, okay? That's what we want. You're gonna follow your thighs as far down as you're capable of going by still keeping your shoulder blades together and your head up. The reason I want the head and the shoulder blades up is it's gonna keep your back flat. Let me give you an example. If I go down, my head goes down, I'm already curling my back, and I'm gonna tend to go down like this, opening all my vertebrae, putting them in danger of getting hurt. So what we wanna do is we wanna eat. See, my back just flattened out a bit. Bring my head up, stick my butt up. Now I have a flat back, okay? Now I don't want the weight dragging here. 5 pounds, not a big deal. But because if you know anything about physics, the weight here is pulling me forwards, which makes me lose my balance, which can pull in my back. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep your weights near you. And if you mess up, you can always push yourself yourself up against your legs. So as flat as you can, stiff as you can. If you can only go down to here before your back goes, that's where you stop. Got it? If you can go down all the way to the ground, then go down all the way to the ground. That will be up to you. Are you ready? 15, here we go. Go down slow, head up, shoulder blades together, come back up. Suck your belly in. 2, 3. Nice and squeeze at the top, sort of like a squat. Keep on going up, nice and gentle, head up, shoulders tight. When you come back up, should give it a little bit of a pop. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, yay! Modification for the deadlift, for those that have back issues, having your back against the wall will take that extra little pressure off. So you're gonna be doing the same motion, you're still going flat back down, you're following your legs, but because your legs are forward, you're not going as far down. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have your back flat, hold, back flat, head up straight. Your head is going down after your arms are going down. So your arms go, they're going down, they're going down, they're going down, they're going down, they're going down. Now my bum's actually pressing into the wall. And you go as far as you're capable, and then you come back and you flatten. Okay, because in the standing motion, we move your pelvis forward. So your bum comes out, down, 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 and then you come back up, flatten. For our next position, we're going to do a crunch with weights. You're going to be able to adapt this depending on how much weight you're capable of pushing up. Many of you doing this exercise, it's not going to go up a lot to start with. So basically you're going to use, I'm going to show you both, you're going to be using the first weight. You could use a weighted ball if you have one, but the first weight, and we're going to hold it like this. It's just going to give you a little bit of a better grip, a little bit more even on both sides. You can do it 2 ways. Either with your legs like this, okay, up in a 45 degree. I want you to push your back down, okay? So I want your back to flatten out, okay? Or if you have trouble flattening out your back, you can either have your feet on the couch, you can have them on a chair, you can have them just straight up like this, which will flatten out your back automatically. So you start with your flattened back, and you're gonna bring your chin up. By doing so, your six-pack should already be pumping out. Okay, your muscles are there. Whether you have fat over top of them or not, you should be feeling some muscles underneath, okay? If not, they'll be coming out soon, so we wanna work at this. You're gonna pretend that you're holding a tomato under your chin. Now the reason I'm doing this position is if you're like this, you're straining your neck on both sides. If you're like this, you're putting a lot of weight. Your head is 8 to 10 pounds. You're putting a lot of weight behind you. So you want to make sure that it's cupped in, okay? If you squish your tomato too much, you're going to end up picking ketchup on your clothes. And if you don't, you will have to pick it off the floor. So you want to make sure you have a nice little grip here, okay? Once you have your position, hands will come above the chest. Your hands are not doing the motion, okay? That's not what's working here. What we're trying to do is we're trying to go touch the ceiling. So we're going to breathe out, okay, as you're going up. These are 2 balloons. If they're inflated, they're squishing your heart and it doesn't allow you to go up. So you're going to empty the balloons, leaving room to bend, okay? So we're going to go up nice and easy towards the ceiling, and we're going to breathe out on the way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. If you keep on going, keep on going. For our next exercise, we have the Russian twist. Now the Russian twist, well, there's many names for it, but basically what we're doing is we're using a weight and we're gonna make a V shape with our body and we're gonna be twisting to reach for the ground. If you have low back problems, I don't want you going far. What I mean by that is we're not touching the ground. You're probably just gonna be doing this, okay? Just overlapping your legs. But if you're not injured in any way, you should, with 5 pounds, be able to touch the ground, come back up and touch the ground. This exercise demands a lot of twist, but you're going to be working in your obliques and your stomach. So I want you to try to keep your back straight. The lower you go, the harder it is because now you're fighting gravity so that you don't fall. So if you want to make it easy, start straight up and just touch. Super easy. If you want to make it slightly harder, oops, you can go down. You can lift your legs up. I like to cross them and flip with it. It gives you a little bit of leverage. So here, you're going to be doing a maximum. For the sake of the video, we're going to be doing 15. If you can keep on going, keep on going. You want to make sure you keep breathing. If you're not sure if you're breathing right, count out loud. When you're counting out loud, you're breathing. You don't have a choice. When there's air coming in, it's coming out, it's going somewhere, right? If you're holding your breath, you're not doing it right. Make sure you don't hold your breath. Are you ready? Whichever angle you want. I'm going to start like this for the sake of the video. I'm sure you've seen it in other videos. I do it differently. So here we go. Nice angle. Find a spot that's good. Usually when you stretch your hands out and your hands are above your knees, you're in the right spot. Okay? Bring them close to you. Far back gives you a lot of distance. Bring him here, and let's get going. Touch the ground, touch the ground. That's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there you have it. That's our day 1, a lower body with dumbbells. If you have bigger weights, use bigger weights. If you don't worry about it. You can use some cans, you can use some water bottles, whatever you need to do this workout. Remember, if you have any issues with your back or with your knees, let me know so maybe we can modify something together. And if you want to be part of this and you just came across it, all you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. I want you to give this video a thumbs up. I would like for you to share it and to put a comment saying that you're in and you will receive worksheets, posters, and whatnot, everything that you need to progress with this. So see you tomorrow in the upper body workout.